And look who's joined us. It's Raven.
Hey, Raven, can you say hello to everybody?
Hey, up here, Raven. Hey.
Raven is not interested, folks. Oh, there she is.
So we are. No.
Hey, Raven, check out. It's Raven on the road. Say hello,
Hey,
Raven.
Raven. Say hi. Say hi. Hello. Say hi.
Hey, everybody, I'm Raven. Hey, everyone, welcome to Raven on the Road. Today, I'd like to introduce ourselves and tell you a little bit about us, tell you about our journey and who we are and what we plan to do. This is my wife, Cassie.
Hi.
And my name's John, and we have a great dame named Raven.
So we have two kids. We have Sydney and we have Dylan. They're both adults. They're out of the house. We have three grandbabies. Our grandbabies are Malcolm, Quinn, and Carmen. We also have four foreign exchange students, our extended babies, and that is a son from Finland, China, Italy, and a daughter from France.
Our journey started back in 2004 when we met at work. After we dated for a couple years, we got married in 2007 and we lived in Indiana.
So in May of 2011, we laugh about it today even, that we took Sydney, dropped her off at the dorm, our oldest daughter, and we hightailed it to Tennessee. We actually lived in Pikeville, Tennessee there. We had about 6 acres. We had a Great Dane back then, Barbie, and we absolutely loved it. It was beautiful. We then, in 2012, I took a job with the previous company and they relocated us to Dallas, Texas. And so we moved to Dallas, Texas with our son Dylan and our Great Dane Barbie. And that's where we resided for 10 years. During that time, we ended up deciding that we wanted to host some kids. It was kind of quiet. We didn't have the kids running in and out like we did when Sydney was in high school. So our first two was two boys. So we had our boy from Finland and we had a boy from China, and 15 and 17 years old. So they stayed with us the entire school year, and it was absolutely phenomenal. They left. We got a little bored again, and so turned around. In the following year, we ended up housing a son from Italy and a daughter from France. And again, it was great. Our son, being that there was 10 years difference between our daughter and our son, it gave him some other kids in the house and really helped out as well. So we was living in Texas, and we'd watch our family go on camping trips all the time. They were all out camping together. They were having a blast. And we really did hate it. We hated the fact that we were in Texas. We loved Texas, don't get me wrong, but we hated the fact that we weren't home to be able to do things with them. So we had already talked and said that when Dylan graduated from high school, we were going to move back to Indiana so we could start having all this weekend fun with our family. Then COVID hit, and things changed. So Dylan graduated a year early from high school, and unfortunately we lost my mom. Then COVID happened, and it was like everybody started living on a camper or an RV, and we was like, wow. That is so cool. But we just weren't ready. We moved back to Indiana. We rented a house from my brother who has a bunch of investment properties. And we went from a, 38 to 4,000 square foot home down to like 1,000 with two Great Danes now. We had Barbie and we had a Gracie at the time. And it was tough, but it wasn't too bad, actually. And then we ended up finding another house, big house, and we moved to the big house. We didn't downsize anything. We didn't get rid of anything. Then we ended up having our three grandbabies. They started coming along every 2 years. We had a new grandbaby. And after the third one, we wanted to be closer. So we sold that house and we bought our house. And we joked today, and we called it our money pit house. Unfortunately, we still never downsized. And one day John looks at me and says, what in the world are we doing? We had a 15 by 50 storage unit that was full of a bunch of stuff. We had a house that was full of things, 3-story house full of stuff. And he told me, he said, honey, I'm selling it all. We're done. We're going to live on the RV full time.
I was really intrigued about living on the road in an RV for many years, but at that point is when I realized it was time for us to sell everything, like she said, and buy an RV and travel the world. So I really wanted to go with a Class A diesel That was my dream, going to tailgate parties. A big Notre Dame fan, like to travel, go to the games. But it just, we couldn't figure out the right one. We couldn't make sense. And keep in mind, we had no idea about anything in the RV lifestyle. Yes, we saw some Facebook groups. We learned a little bit on the Facebook groups, but we hadn't actually found YouTube yet, where all the knowledge is at. So we were basically starting from scratch in the dark. One thing we did have an aunt and uncle that had been doing it for about 3.5 years when we decided to do it ourselves. So we were able to lean on them quite a bit. Thank God they were around and actually showed us how to work the camper and the things we had to do, because we had no clue. We didn't know there was videos out there you could watch people actually doing these things. We were just trying to learn on the go. Cassie and I both camped when we were younger with our families. Her mainly in a tent, me in a travel trailer with our families. But we weren't responsible for anything that had to go with setting up, tearing down, traveling. So we knew absolutely nothing.
Nope. We would go and just be kids and run the parks.
That's right. So when it was time and we decided that we really wanted to do this, we basically dove in head first. And I think that's where a lot of people go wrong. We didn't have a truck, we didn't have a camper. We decided that we were going to go a little smaller just to get started. So we went with a Keystone Outback 328 RL, which is about 38 feet long, which I know is not small, but it was much smaller than us going with a diesel pusher. And we had no idea. We didn't know what size truck we needed or how to pull it. So we basically were starting from scratch. Our son loves trucks, actually owns one, an F-150, and he got online and said, hey, you guys need to do this. This is the kind you need. So we ended up going with a Ram 2500 diesel, which we thought would pull anything. We could pull a house with that thing. But after us being on the road now for almost 4 months, we're learning very quickly that we may want to upgrade to a fifth wheel, and we're finding out that that truck won't pull it. Now, had we watched the videos on YouTube or even studied Facebook a little bit more, we would have learned about the word payload, which we had never heard before. Didn't even know what it was until after we got our truck and we got our camper, and we had already been on the road for about 2.5, 3 months, and we started realizing, hey, this camper is awesome. We love it, but maybe we could go a little bit bigger just because family wants to join us, go on trips, the grandkids, our son and daughter want to join us. So we're like, okay, let's go look at fifth wheels. We walked into a dealership and the dealer told us, hey, is that your truck out front? And he said, what's the payload on that truck? And I didn't even know what he was talking about. So at that point, we looked and learned that our truck was very, very low, which won't pull anything much bigger than what we already have. So at this point, we're stuck. Now, had we watched the YouTube videos and really studied the Facebook groups, we would have learned all those things up front. So before we walked into a dealership and bought a new truck, we would actually know what we're looking for. But we just dove in head first. So
Now. Listen here, ladies. If you're watching this, let me explain. My husband only wanted a motorhome. He did not want a travel trailer, fifth wheel, or anything like that. But once he got into this, then he loves it. After we went and walked some of the fifth wheels, now he's in love with the fifth wheels. So definitely, what I can tell you as being the wife and kind of letting my husband take that lead, definitely make sure you guys look at everything. Don't leave anything out. And that way, then you'll know what you want and what you don't want. Or maybe even that you do say, like with us, if we would have probably have looked, we might have said, hey, maybe at some point we want to upgrade to the fifth wheel. And we might have already have had that information and kind of in our brain of thinking maybe going that way. So definitely look at everything before you do
definitely.
it. So anyway, so now that you've learned about our family and our journey, where are we going from here? We constantly we talk, and it's so far into the season and everything with us getting started a few months back, 4 months back. But we've got our aunt and uncle, so we're going to kind of travel with them for a little bit. We're still learning quite a bit, so we're going to head out to Tennessee here in a few days, and then we're going to leave Tennessee and we're going to West Virginia, and then West Virginia to Michigan. And then we're going to catch all the Notre Dame games at home. Woohoo! Go
Irish!
And then after that, we're going to make our way back down to Indiana to be with the grandbabies for Thanksgiving. And then we're going to work our way to Rockford, Texas. And we're going to spend 30 days out there with our aunt and uncle. And then we are really going to do something crazy. We're going out to Quartzsite out in Arizona. We're going to do some boondocking for the first time. We're going to be out there for that huge RV show. We're really looking forward to it. And then that'll kind of take up our time until we get to, the springish time of next year. And then we're going to start putting a game plan together. But right now we're just kind of enjoying the life and, and just learning the stuff the best that we can. And hopefully by next year, we'll have our new fifth wheel and we'll be on the road and put together a really amazing travel plan at that point.
So now that we're up and running, we decided, hey, we've been watching all these YouTube videos that I spoke about. Why can't we make our own and share our journey with all of you? Basically, we're going to put videos together with campground reviews. We're going to show videos on items that we purchased to add to our RV. We'll give you the pluses and the minuses on if they're good or bad. All the things that we should have watched. We're going to basically try to do a video on each one of them. So that way, maybe someone else out there will learn from us. And hopefully you enjoy the journey along the way. Hopefully we can bring you some entertainment. I know I'm a boring person, but hey, sometimes I can be funny. So watch out for those videos.
Yeah, and a matter of fact, if you're going to any of the places that we recently spoke about, look around. We're going to have some stuff out saying Raven on the Road and Raven's RV Life. So look and see if you can see us at any of the places. We look forward to maybe one day meeting you.
Yeah, that would be awesome. So if you do see us at any of these parks or come across our journey, we'd love to meet you, say hello. We're always loving to meet new people, and we're just super excited. So thanks for watching the video. Hopefully you found it a little informative to learn a little bit about us and our journey and where we're going to go. If you get a chance, go in and like the video. Definitely would love for you to subscribe. We're always looking for new followers. We also set up a Facebook page that we're doing the same on. So if you don't use YouTube on a regular basis, but do on Facebook, go ahead and search us there. We'd love to just connect with everybody. The more we can connect with, the better. It's basically, we're finding that this community is really just like a big family. So we're always looking to meet new people. So we look forward to seeing you on the next video.
Thanks. Bye.
I was doing good way before I met you. Now you're off the set and I'ma let you see the show go on without you. Take a bow, think about it, and hopefully we could be friends.